Hello one and all, and welcome back to more Let's Play Professor Layton in the Curious Village. I am the Max of Few Trades. In the last part, I guess we sort of began our search for the golden apple in earnest, and we had to find the Baron's former best friend, and we did, and inside of a desk that he left his friend, there was a note, and it has an X on it, but that's about it, so it's not really much of a map. Oi! And, I mean, really, ultimately, what we really did last episode was just a truly staggering amount of puzzles, and we're probably going to do even more puzzles! I believe I was told that I have to go and talk to the woman that runs the inn. That is what we were here to do. Yes! Welcome back, Professor! I've been so looking forward to your return. Yeah, there was something, one of the people here is, like, having a kerfuffle or something. Thank you. Was there something you wish to discuss with me? Oh my, yes, listen to this. One of these guests here just performed a doze and dash routine on me. The man's gone, and so are all his things. I'd like you to bring him back. I'm not, that is not my job. Why are you asking me to do that? That's not even a detective thing. I'm a businesswoman after all. How can I run a business with scoundrels skipping out on the bill like this? Would you mind if I looked around the man's room? Please do. Look at it all you want. Here, I'll show you in. Okay. Layton seems very chill about it. Also, whoa, this room is a mess. Ugh. Ugh. What an absolute pigsty. This whole place stinks of smoke, and there's trash everywhere. How long did they stay in here? 3 years? Beatrice, could you describe this guest's appearance for me? Well... Oh! Hey! I remember that! Oh, wow! I had completely forgotten until I saw it again. Oh, yeah, there's like a dude that Layton knows, and he's like super evil looking and stuff. I forgot that was even a plot point. We got like one scene of him, like, I don't know, 5 episodes ago for maybe like 20 seconds. He had a sharp mustache, and it was pretty clear he wasn't from around here. That was obvious, because you should know everybody. You barely get any manner of patronage here because everybody just lives here. A mustache? Reeks of smoke. Oh! Do you suppose she could be talking about Inspector Chelmer? Inspector Chelmer? Isn't he the self-important windbag who's been up at Reinhold Manor? No, that's not him. The man who stayed here just looks so much more evil. I'm glad that she called it out, because that is pretty transparently evil. I like to think that he doesn't smoke, he just billows the stuff, because that's much funnier. He was wearing a long trench coat, I'm sure you know the type. Now, where could he have run off to? Sorry to ask this, Professor, but would you be a darling and find the thief who skipped out on his bill? Well, it's not exactly a puzzle now, is it? Okay, well, I guess that's something I gotta do. Be a darling and find that bill-dodging thief. Honestly, how are we ever going to make progress in our search for the golden apple? Everyone's asking us to do everything around here. Things aren't looking good. No one knows anything about the item in question, and we have no leads. I'm beginning to wonder if this golden apple that everyone is in a flap over even exists. Now, Luke, I wouldn't say we're without any leads. Think, my boy, there's a place in St. Mystery that every villager has warned us to stay away from. That's right, it's time to just break and enter into a building. Let's go! What do you mean? Obviously the heckin' tower, my dude. It's not that hard to figure out. The tower, Luke. We're going to the tower! No matter who we ask, no one seems to know a thing about the place. But suppose for a moment that the tower has something to do with the golden apple. Otherwise, why the hell would they bother even putting it into this town, into this story, into this narrative? It's gotta serve a point. Then it follows that the people of St. Mystery, scared to draw near the tower, wouldn't know anything. Of course! We need to investigate that tower! The tower marks the far northern border of St. Mystery. Let's search the road north of the market for a route to the tower. Alrighty. Yeah, that tower do be kind of elusive, though, except not really, because it's very large and very oddly shaped. Very Doofenshmirtz Evil Incorporated coded, except even weirder, somehow. And no, I don't need to save, but thank you for asking. I think the music changed a little bit, I think. I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, you guys ready for puzzles? Because that's probably what's going to happen. Okay. Good day, gentlemen. How's your investigation coming along? I can't imagine it's much fun asking questions all day, so how about a puzzle to liven things up? Do people find puzzles fun? Is that a thing? Is that really honestly a thing people do, or is it just a thing that someone does to prove intellectual superiority? Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Alright, fine. Now what? Oh lord, what is this? Which of these words doesn't make the sound of silence? Simon and Garfunkel? No, what? Note, rhythm, rest, treble, chord, scale. Huh? Which of these words doesn't make the sound of silence? I'm kind of confused. I mean, I'm very confused because... Okay, I mean, these are all musical terms. A note, a chord, the scale, a treble, a rhythm. Even rest is technic. Yeah, that's. I mean, it has a. I mean, everything. Almost everything here has more than one meaning, but still. The only one that. I think the only one out of any of these that represents rest. I mean, that of silence is rest, because that's when, if I remember correctly, that's when there's nothing playing. You know, when a certain instrument is doing nothing, it's at rest. So therefore, it is being silent. But everything else is a noise. So I'm not entirely sure what you mean. So only one of these doesn't. Wait. Yeah, one of these doesn't make the sound of silence. Well, I don't quite understand what you're going on about at all, if I'm quite frankly honest with you. Did they word it wrong? Because I could see this being kind of tricky if you didn't know musical terminology, and it's like, which of these makes the sound of silence? But then again, no, then that would sound, because that would be easy, because it's like, oh, which one of these sounds like silence? Well, rest sounds like silence. Unless you snore. I don't even really understand exactly what's being asked. I'm quite confused. I don't... Should I just... Well, the way I see it, this is the only one that, like, stands out as different from the others, conceptually, you know? Because like I said, these are all noises, and this is when it's not noise. But it goes against the question itself, doesn't it? Yeah.
I think I've got it.
Do you? Oh. Okay, do you want to, I don't know, further elaborate or anything on this one? I'm kind of confused. Excellent, that's right, the answer is rest. All of the other options have silent letters. Oh. Fair enough. Okay. All right. Look, I don't care how I end up solving a puzzle as long as I end. My methodology was nonsense, but I got the correct result, and at the end of the day, that's all that matters. But yeah, that's true. that is accurate. I guess the old advice to write what you know doesn't apply here. That was just too easy. You know, right now I'm penning a mystery novel, and I'm basing the protagonist on you. Okay, well, I better get royalties. This is why I've been observing you so carefully. In fact, the more I see of you, the better. So good luck with your search. I'll be watching, creepily, like a creepy man who's very creepy. You hate to see it. You really do. Alright, what about you, frequent yawner? What do you have to say about any of this?
Nothing good could be said about that tower. I heard it's all sorts of scary. You should stay away. Yup.
Well, too bad. I'm going anyway. Let's see. We got anything going on with you two? The cat and mouse? The little girl? There sure don't seem to be a lot of animals around town. You're quite the animal lover, aren't you, Luke? Now come along. We don't have time to sit here and play around. And yet, we will stop for any puzzle whatsoever at any moment in time, won't we? Hey, mister. It's good to see you again. See, I'm totally stuck here, and I could really use your help. My friend told me this puzzle the other day, and I just can't solve the thing. Can you help me? See, we had no time for the animals, but we have time for puzzles, apparently. The chocolate code. Alright. Hey, what the hell? On Valentine's Day, your gadget-loving technophile girlfriend gave you a most unusual slab of chocolate. Huh. While the jumble of letters looks like nonsense, if you manage to decode the letters written on the chocolate, a message from your sweetheart will appear. What is she trying to tell you? G-E-C-Y, nada, N-W. Go east. Craig Young. Now, Wimbledon. Yep. I did it. Okay. G. Things that start with G. I guess we also... I'm just trying to think of all of the very many things that this could potentially be in relation to. Some kind of code. What do they represent? What do they mean? Okay, it's not on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It's not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's none of that stuff. North, west, east, but there's no directions of G, C, or Y, so those aren't... yeah, those aren't things. This lad is absolutely confused. It's like, what am I looking at? Are there bites taken out of it? Is that relevant? Probably not. It doesn't say anything like that. Okay, you know what? No. Let's look at it this way. Your gadget-loving technophile girlfriend. So that's something to do with a gadget? A computer? Is it about coding? Because I don't know anything about coding. And I would like to think that whoever put this game together wouldn't expect anybody to actually specifically know about coding unless they were one. You know, that's not really the kind of thing a normal everyday person can just know inherently. That's a very specific skill set you have to go to school, you know, to learn. You know, it's not like they're asking me how, you know, like how to deep sea scuba dive. Like, why would you ask someone off the street that? They likely wouldn't know unless they do that. So that probably isn't it. What could these letters mean to something techie? Man, I hate using hints, but okay. It's rather surprising that your girlfriend would leave you a message via chocolate. It's usually more her style to contact you via digital means. Digital dancing? G, C, Y, and W. No, N and W. No, I keep looking at these bytes. She usually contacts me through digital means. So... Is this a, like, online speak? CY? Like, I don't know. You know, like LOL. This came out in 2005, maybe. Like that sort of thing. Once again, nothing terribly obvious. That hint really didn't hint much. As a self-proclaimed gadget fiend, on more than one occasion she has suffered from the uniquely modern condition of texting thumb. What's texting thumb? Hopefully I'm allowed to Google the term texting thumb. Hang on, sorry. Texting thumb. What's a texting thumb? Texting thumb is a tendon issue. Basically, the tendon in the thumb becomes inflamed as it rubs repeatedly against the tunnel surrounding it. Arthritis of the carpometacarpal joint, where the thumb connects to the wrist, is... I mean, okay. Like, alright, sure. I believe that to be a thing, but how does that information help me solve a puzzle? I mean, I guess it's connected to the first one in that, yeah, she usually contacts me through digital means, so she texts me a lot, is what I'm being told. Okay. That's 2 hints to tell me that she texts me. But I don't know. Okay, maybe it has something to do with a keyboard? Let me see. Let me lift my keyboard up to actually look at this. G. I don't know. What? Do I need to get my phone? Okay. What are you trying to... Alright. If you're still stuck, just look at your closest keyboard for a hit. Cool, I spent a coin on that. On something that I just did and it didn't help! Wait! Do those freaking bite marks actually... Hang on! Okay, whoa, hold up. G, up, T. E doesn't have anything. C, to the left, X. And Y to the left. Text! Text me! Oh! Alright! No. That is a very weird. That is very weird. Okay, I want T. Thank you. Okay. E. And then X. There we go. And then another T. No, that's Tex-Mex. I don't want that. Oh my god. Nope, that's another X. I don't want that. I want a T. Thank you. Okay. All right. That was what the hell, man? Nope, that's a G. There you go. Okay. Okay.
Luke, here's my answer.
I think the hints for that were crap.
The key to success.
I think at least, I don't know. I feel like if you had made one of those hints something like, I don't know, gee, the chocolate you just got has something weird about it. I don't know, like, what's with all of the strange marks or something? I don't know. Your girlfriend's message is text me. The bites taken out of the chocolate show you each letter written on the chocolate relates to... What does it... Wait, hold up one goddamn second. What did her having tendon pain in her thumbs have to do with anything? What did texting thumb have to do with any of this? That leads you to believe that, I don't know, because her hands hurt, she was doing typos or something. But no, this is actually meant to be like a deliberate code. A pain in the ass, but I mean, like, replace one of those hints. Like, get rid of the whole thing. Oh man, she sure suffers from tendonitis. No, get rid of that and say, like, just something vaguely alluding to the notches in the chocolate or something. I don't know. Either way, God. How was that all you had to do to figure it out? Why didn't I think of that? Because if you spend your damn coins, then it's freaking pointless. Oi! Can you keep a secret? I like to think I can. Don't tell Andrea you told me the answer, okay? I don't know who that is, so I feel like I can manage this. Something tells me I just might be able to figure to keep that one to myself. All right, so we're finding a path to Le Tower Le Grand, and I should talk to the people and get the puzzles. Oh, customer, welcome. I have some great deals on sausage today, and my skirt steak will make any plate a fashion plate. Har, har, har. Sorry to disappoint you, sir, but that's stupid. Go away. Ah, and here I was thinking I was gonna reel in a big sale. You got a hungry look about you, you know. Layton has the very textbook definition face of absolute and utter neutrality. There is no emotion anywhere to be found here. Can I at least tempt you with a puzzle? Can't I just throw a skirt steak off of the bridge? Oh, cool. Somebody ate the butcher sausage. Here's what these four boys have to say. B ate the sausage. D ate them up. C, I didn't eat them. No way. B is lying. Only one of these rascals is telling the truth, and all the others are, needless to say, lying. Can you figure out who ate the sausage? Who ate the sausage? Also, what? Did he just go up to the meat counter, grab sausage, and you just start chewing on them? You're gonna get salmonella, you friggin' idiot. Okay, how about, here's your proper answer. Wait an hour or two, and the one who becomes violently ill is the one who did it. Okay, fine. A says they saw B eat it. B says they saw D eat it. C says they didn't eat it. D says B is lying, and if B is lying, that means D ate them. Wouldn't that be convenient? Wait, no, he didn't eat them. Sorry, I'm sorry. That would have been very funny though. It's like, no. It's like if someone said, "No, he didn't eat them," and it's like, he's lying. I did eat them. That would have been way funnier. Oh, but that's apparently not what we're going for around here. What the ever-loving hell are we going around here for? That's what we want to know. Okay, you know what? I don't know. Shot in the dark style maneuver, I suppose. Let's assume D is telling the truth. And he's right that that B is lying about him. And if that's the case, then then D is innocent. And if that means A is lying, then that means B is innocent. But I have no way whatsoever of... And I mean, assuming he's lying, then he's just... I mean, this is the odd... C is the odd lie out, if so, right? Because he's the only one not accusing anybody of anything. But nothing leads to one way or the other for A. I can't prove or disprove innocence or guilty for him. I'm just gonna say C because he's he's the one lying uniquely. Yeah, there you go. There you go. There you go. What's the actual way you're supposed to do this? C ate the sausages, and the only person telling the truth here is, okay, If you assume A to be the culprit, both C and D statements must be correct. Choose B, and the other 3 boy statements must be true. If you make D out to be the criminal, then what both B and C are saying must be true. None of these possibilities fit the conditions set forth in the puzzle. Why do A and D have ominous glowing eyes? Why do they have ominous glowing eyes? Hey, you're pretty good. As a bonus for solving my puzzle, I'll throw in some gossip I heard. Word is that somebody lives in that dark, grimy tower. How many people have told me this? You'd have to be one odd duck to want to live in that old moldy wreck of a place. Flower vase. Go to Layton. I think he has, I put flowers in his room, so there you go. All right, old ominous woman constantly trying to tell me my fortune and then saying I'm going to die. Well, if it isn't you two again. All right, if you want your fortunes told, solve this puzzle! Because, what, you thought you were going to be going into a tower this episode? Ya damn moron. That's not happening. Oh, dear God, is this the exact same kind of thing? It is! 4 kids were playing, and one of them threw a ball right through your window. Here's what they had to say for themselves. A, not me. I didn't break a thing. B, okay, I'll tell the truth. It was me. I broke it. C, don't be mad at A. He didn't do anything. And D, B didn't break the glass, I swear. You know for a fact the scamp who broke your window is lying. However, an unknown number of the other children may be lying as well. Can you figure out which of these darn kids broke your window? Yes. Yes, I can. For you see, everybody, it's all clear as day to me. When you look at the 4 children in front of you, the answer should be clear. What we're looking at here, right here, D is the shy one. The shy, meek one who doesn't like to speak up about matters unless it's really super important. Which means that their word is very true. Because otherwise, I mean, they don't have it in. Look at that face. Look at that face. Look at that face. That is the face of someone who does not speak unless they have the ironclad truth in hand. And something is important. And what's important? Being able to protect B. And why do they want to protect B? Because look at B. Look at that. Look at this face. That is the face of someone who is selfless. One who is trying to take the blame for a friend. Clearly. Obviously. But what friend could they possibly be trying to take the blame for? That is ultimately the question. C, this face is glancing to the left. And that means that she is looking directly at A. It's like, don't be mad at A. He didn't do anything. And why are they saying this? Because they have a crush on A. Yes, and they are defending them. And A is saying, nah, man, I didn't do it. But look at this child. Look at this child with his hat on backwards. A sign of delinquency. A sign of hot-bloodedness. The sign of a shonen protagonist in the making. One who constantly makes constant errors. That's the friend group we're looking at here. This is the friend group. We're dealing with the dumb guy. The awkward but, you know, but good-natured straight man. The tomboy. And the shy one. So out of those, the answer is clear. It's this guy.
Has an answer.
Good job! B and C were also lying about what happened even though they themselves didn't break the glass. Make sure you give those yeah, alright. Sometimes pulling stuff out of your ass just kind of works. I mean, I had a 25% chance. I have absolutely no idea if whoever illustrated this game was trying to actually give off any degree of information from the designs put forth in that illustration. I really don't. But I guess technically at the end of the day I was right. So I mean, screw you, logic puzzle. I'm judging people based off their appearances. There's gonna be a doozy of a rainstorm tomorrow. Hang your wash inside if you want it to dry. Okay. Thanks for that. Anyway, I'm going into the tower now. Can I have some more hint coins? I've burnt through like about a bajillion of them today. Hey! Oh. No.
There's a hidden puzzle here. Ho, 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 ho.
Alright, cool. Red and blue. One door's red and the other is blue. What the hell is this monstrosity? The box below holds blue and red balls. As you can see, the color of the balls and the color of their respective areas don't match. Slide the balls around the box so that the red balls are in the red area and the blue balls are in the blue area. What if I don't want to? Oh. Ah.
Here's my guess.
All right. Okay. I don't know. I'm sure I went massively over par, but like, okay, that actually wasn't so bad. Good job. This puzzle can be completed in 30 moves. Does that make you want to retry it? God, no. No. That puzzle was a tough one. That was probably, I'm not gonna say it was easy. It was probably the one the puzzle like that the most that I was able to do the fastest. Hey, look, another scrap of paper on the floor. How convenient. Oh, now what's that on the ground? It appears to be a scrap of paper. Can you please read what's written on it, Luke? Why do I have to do everything around here? Leave it to me, Professor. The boss hasn't been himself since Lady Violet's passing, and he shows no signs of recovering. That's why I've decided I'll make one as a tribute to Lady Violet. I'm sure it will put a smile on his face. Ah, yes, now it makes sense. Could our mystery anchor be him? I've worked my fingers to the bone trying to cheer up the boss. Looking over St. Mystery, I see a thriving, bustling village. With so many villagers to keep him company, maybe he can finally be happy again. Well, that's the end of the page. Professor, what's the matter? You look deep in thought. I'm always deep in thought, Luke. Come on now. I can't confirm my suspicions at the moment, but I think it's safe to say this goes deeper than we thought. I don't know. Anyway, give me that coin. There we go. Give me them coins! Give me them. Uh-oh. That's not a coin.
Look, it's a hidden puzzle.
It's always a goddamn hidden puzzle. Alright. Fine. In front of you sits a blank paper cube that you've decided to paint. You need to paint the cube so that all faces that touch are different colors. Using 3 colors of paint, how many ways can you paint the cube so that it satisfies the above condition? Each painting scheme should be a different pattern, not just the same pattern with the colors rearranged. Also, assume that you can't leave any sides of the square blank. That last part sounds important. Each painting scheme should be a different pattern, not the same pattern with the colors moved. Oh, okay. Can I grab some of this here paint? No, of course not. Okay. There are 6 sides to a cube. And you want to make it so that it's impossible for any of them to be touching the exact same color. Is that even possible? Like, okay, so like blue. If I put blue right on front, and red, and then yellow, and then red again. That's red, yellow, red. Red, yellow, red, and then yellow again. Then blue wouldn't, and then just blue again. So then that would be red, yellow, just 2 of each color. Then yeah. I don't see any other way. If you gave me 1 less paint, I wouldn't be able to do it at all. And if you gave me 1 more, I suppose there might be more answers, but I think... Is it just one? Is it like
How
a...
does this sound?
Is it like a half trick? Ah, okay. Yeah, alright. Okay, okay. Yeah. Yeah. If you have to paint the cube with 3 colors, then your only choice is to paint opposing sides of the cube the same color. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. As seen in the diagram above, even if you were to change where you used each color, rotating the cube proves that you're really just reusing the same idea of painting opposing sides the same color. Yeah! Yeah! There's only one unique way to color the cube. Ha! I could do that puzzle standing on 1 foot. What does that have to do with anything? Shut up, Luke. This kid don't know nothing about anything. Of that I swear. Anyway, who the hell are you? How are we still meeting new people? Me oh my. It's not every day I see a handsome buck around this posh. You look so impressive, dearie. Yeah, okay. How very squall. But let us see if you've got smarts to try this puzzle along for size. I'd be happy to solve any puzzle you have, madam, but I don't believe we've met before. You are... Oh, how about you shut your gob? You want to know my name, dearie? I'll tell you as soon as you solve this puzzle. Mostly because the puzzle is figuring out my name. I don't know it. I don't heckin' know it! Ah, jeez. Okay. You've scattered a deck of 52 cards and 1 joker face down on a table, so... 52 cards and a joker? Okay. That you don't know which card is where. Next, you start turning the cards over one by one. Assuming that you can't flip the same card twice, what are the percentage odds that you will turn over all 4 aces before you turn over the joker? Uh... 20%. I mean, yeah. Essentially that is at the end of the day, that's what it is, right? Like you have there's a bunch of cards, but all of those, yeah, like they're all just listed here. Like all those other cards are basically pointless. Like you can, I don't know, flip up a 2 or a 5 or whatever, but that has no bearing on anything. The question is, what are the odds that you'll get all of the aces before you get the joker? Then yeah, is 20. Is a 20%.
Luke, here's my answer.
Yeah. Okay. Every now and then I'm able to see through the bamboozlement. That's right. While it may seem like you need to take other cards into account, no card in the deck save the joker and 4 aces play any part in calculating the percentage. Knowing that you only have to deal with 5 cards in your calculations, the rest is easy. You have 5 cards to flip, and you need one of those 5 cards to be last, so your answer is 1 out of 5, 20%. Yay! I like when I can see the trick they're trying to spring on me. Yes, indeed, that's right. Smarts and looks, you're just a total pickies, ain't ya? I'm Martha, and I just love curs. Especially puzzles that use curs. Oh, those are my favorite. I don't think I've mentioned how much I also enjoy the company of handsome gentlemen. That's weird. Stop talking. Professor, don't we have somewhere to be right now? Yeah, how about we just leave? How about we get the ever-loving heck out of here and never look back? That sounds like a right proper fun time. Oh, now what is this fresh madness? I think this is a dead end. Yeah, very astute of you, Luke. And this does appear to be the only road, doesn't it? Gosh, that tower sure looks awfully ominous, doesn't it? We're gonna have to go to a Home Depot and get a ladder! Seeing it up close, I can understand why the villagers are so scared of the place. Let's take a closer look at this wall. There might be more to it than meets the eye.
What?
Homestead! A nerd?
Might you be?
Well, I'd rather not say. Huh? Why not? What are you hiding?
We seek access to the tower. Do you think you could help us, miss?
The tower? Huh?
Oh, wait!
Don't run into the dark alley! Why would you try to escape a creeper from inside the dark alley? That's their home field advantage lands, you moron! What in the world was that about? Huh? What the hell is this mess? Professor, what's this? A Ferris wheel ticket? Very curious indeed. Luke, that girl may have dropped this to tell us where we should head next. That's a bit of a leap in logic, isn't it? But why would she want to help us? Your guess is as good as mine, Luke. Still, I can't shake the feeling that she's trying to help us. Call me an optimist, but those nerd glasses just give me a good feeling. Well, your intuition has never been wrong. Let's see what we can find around the park's Ferris wheel. The park has a Ferris wheel? I guess it must. Ah! Yeah, that's right, Layton. Go straight to the park. You've been a thorn in my side for too long. I think it's about time for you to disappear. I don't know why I did that. I think I gave him more of a Skeletor voice last time. Oh, well, I'll be dink-danked. I'll be danked in the dink-dink-dink-dink-dink-dink-doo-doo. That was a shorty. I feel like the greater majority of all of the time I spent in today's episode has just been getting stuck in, like, 2 or 3 puzzles. And kind of bullcrapping my way through a couple others. Well, then we can certainly just... I mean, we can go for a little bit longer. His market is parked with stuff to boy! But does it have hint coins inside of it? Apparently not. Ain't that lame. We got, I don't know, where's old Screamin' Orange? Where's that guy? Well, this guy! The tired guy who's gonna get kidnapped. You two are certainly crazy about puzzles, aren't you? Not by choice, I'll have you know. Well, I've got a whopper of a puzzle for you. Whopper isn't a burger, or Whopper isn't as a candy? Or a Whopper isn't just, you know, sadness. Oh boy. A number of 5-sided shapes are hidden within the picture below. How many can you find? Answer when you think you found every hidden shape. Okay. Okay. So I have realized a very obvious flaw in what I did, and that would be the fact that it said a number of 5-sided shapes are hidden within the picture. 5-sided. And I kept doing a bunch of shapes that had absolutely nothing to do with 5 sides at all. I did the diamond, did the triangles. No, none of that is a thing. What you want is different 5-sided shapes. And if that's the case, then, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's that. And then you actually get 4 of those. And then, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So then you do that, and you get another 4. That's a terrible 4, but you get my general idea. you get what I'm trying to go for on that one. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Unless that's one I already did. Uh-oh, that might have been one I already did. Okay, one that's kind of shaped like a house. One that's kind of shaped like a wonky star. And then there's got to be like... There's got to be... Oh, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay. So then I believe if this is correct, I was shockingly close. I was shockingly close considering I was solving a completely different puzzle that I was not being asked about.
There we go.
I was just like, oh, just find all of the shapes. Yeah. I did everything wrong, and I still almost got it. Had I made like I miscounted or did something wrong while I was doing it wrong, then I could have gotten 1 less, and I could have said 12, and it's like, ah, yes, I did it. And they're like, ah, good job, you found all of the pentagon. Anyway, 3 different types of pentagons are hidden in the picture. Since each shape can face 4 different directions, you have a total number of 12 unique Pentagonians. What cunning lads you two are. I hope you'll stop by, solve puzzles with me again sometime. As if I'm given anything resembling a choice in the matter. I do not. That said, you probably have a puzzle, don't you? Knock, knock, nerd. What's up? Hey, Professor and Sidekick. I've been waiting for someone like you. Listen, I got something very interesting to tell you if you solve this puzzle right here, so go ahead and solve this. That's what he says. That's what he sounds like. On the way home from the store, you unwrap a perfectly square block of chocolate. Much to your dismay, you find that only 4 of the 16 chocolate squares have an almond in them. Not much of a joy, now is it? You and your 3 friends want to divide the chocolate evenly along the lines between the squares. However, just to make things interesting, you've decided to divide it so that each piece is the same shape and contains an almond in a different location. Bruh. Good luck. Noted. Okay. So, and this is a cut 'em up styles. All right. Sure. So they all need to be the exact same shape, and they all need to be in the completely different locations. Okay, so I can't just do this, sadly. That won't work. Well, actually, it would work. This would work. Wait, no, because that's 2 in the same one. I'm an idiot. I was like, oh, if you just flip this, then this will be here and it'll work. No, you dumbass, there's 2 attached to it. Can't do the exact same thing that way. Can't do 2x2 bricks. Perhaps Tetromino? Tetromino? Like, you know, like that. And then, not like this, but maybe the way that I'm doing it, maybe. I just need to figure out what it is that we're going for here. Some way, one way, I'll figure it out. Not like that. Not like that! Okay, how about you? Oh, and then like, alright, that's good so far. How can I do the exact same thing, but different? Because that one's at the far end, that one's at the butt of the Tetramino. The butt of the L block, we all know it. Then, oh, like, then that one's at the far end, and then that one's in the middle. Yeah? Yeah? Maybe?
There we go.
Yeah! Thank you, Tetris! Woo! Nicely done! Now make sure you share with everyone. Don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me what to do. Oh, Shay. Oh, dang, is that all I needed to do to solve it? Dang. Oh, yeah, I promised to tell you something. Now, well, listen here. The greatest culinary delight in all the Saint mystery is crouton ginger pudding. It is delish. Ironically, the worst thing you could ever put in your mouth is also a dish of croutons. Honestly, you could choke a donkey with those scones! Brrr. A Baron statue? Why would anybody want that? Luke wants that. Luke's a weirdo. Luke's a weird kid. He probably likes weird things, like statues of dead old people. What if I took a gander at Yon Inn once more? How are we doing around here? Yes, I see improvement here. Yes, it's finally starting to feel like home. Do you prefer this? I must admit, the Baron's gaze is a bit unnerving. Wow, that's all I can really say. Damn, he really likes the statue. That's weird. There's some weird nonsense right there is what that is. Okay. You know what? Not bad and all right. That's not bad and all right with me. We don't need to do anymore. And back it up. Anybody in the cafe? Man, ain't nobody ever in the cafe. I know that it's only open at night, but you should still lock the door. What about you, child? Do you have a new puzzle again? Now that it's not the the chapter that we were? Atreya's really nice, but she comes up with some tough puzzles. And also she smells like yeast! Where am I supposed to go? Oh, right, the park. To the park! Now, where's that Giggle Woman and the angry... Yeah! There's St. Gigglesworth in the orange. Where's the fun in running around town trying to help other people? Don't you feel so dumb? Man, you don't have any friends at all, do you? Hurrah! Rage sure works up a mean appetite. I'm starving. I could eat an entire orange. And then he did. Alright, how do I get into the park? I want to get into the park! Let me in! Let me in! The park has been closed every time we've come by. Why do you suppose that is, Professor? Well, this is just my educated guess, Luke, but if I had to make a guess. The Chupacabra. I haven't the foggiest idea. Perhaps we should ask someone at the town hall. I forget where the town hall is. Oh, wait, no. Ah, it's the abandoned park. Does the park hold the way into the tower? Search the park grounds to find out. At this point, our episodes have become so freakishly gargantuan anyway. Why not make a bit of progress? Why not make up for the fact that we're on, I think, episode 8, but chapter 7? Let's see if we can squeeze in a little bit more, you know? To see if we can even it out by the end and have the same amount of chapters as episodes. I don't know if that's actually feasible or not, but we're gonna hope. We're gonna hope! Anyway, you're town hall, I think, right? Yeah? What's that you say? The gate to the park is locked shut? No, that's impossible. We've employed a caretaker who should have everything up and running. The gate is covered in dust. That means nobody has been in there for a very considerable amount of time. Are you saying nobody has lodged a complaint about this in all that time? That's dumb. Well, be that as it may, the gate is locked shut and we can't gain entrance to the place. Would you please open it for us? That sort of thing is the job of the park caretaker. I strongly advise you to go find him. Well, where do we think we might find this caretaker? That is a good question, isn't it? Managing the park is the caretaker's duty, but who knows who manages the caretaker? Who monitors the monitors? I can't say. It's not one of my duties. This guy sucks. What a bureaucracy! Oh, the bureaucratosity of it all. He manages the town's sewer systems as well. Ew. Now, unless you have some form of you need to fill out, I strongly advise you to beat it. Not eat it, but beat it. Gosh, he's rude, and his nose is stupid. The sewers. Unpleasant as it might be, it is one place we haven't searched yet. Perhaps we'll find a clue to our mystery down there. I've only seen one manhole in town. All right, the one on the path to the park. Thank you for saying that, because I sure as all hell didn't make note of no manhole. Well, it's a dirty job, but someone has to do it. Off we go. Adapt, improvise, overcome. Dirty jobs. Okay, so it's on the path to the park, eh? Oh, it's suddenly open. Someone could fall down that thing! Well, Angry Orange couldn't. I mean, he would just get stuck and go thump. And then he'd have a real situation on his hands. He'd really have something to yell and scream about. Alright, but before I even consider the notion of doing so, do you guys have anything else you want me to do? You probably do. Back for another match, alright? I just knew that you two were a bunch of chess fanatics. I'm really not. Nonetheless, this next one won't be easy even for a pair of chess fiends like you. Okay. Alright, too many queens. Oh, it's the same thing but harder? Yes, it is. In chess, the queen can move the full length of the board diagonally, vertically, and horizontally. See if you can place 5 queens on this 5x5 chessboard. There's a catch, though. You must arrange the pieces so that the queen blocks no queen blocks another queen's movements. Alright. Boy, you know what would help? If I remembered where I had put them before. Anyway, you can go any direction you want and there's no problem. I'll put you there. You can also go in any direction you want and there's no problem. And then we just kind of keep doing that, like so. So far, so good. Then like you. Go diagonals and ups and downs, okay. Is there another one? Go diagonal, go up. Is that it? Left, right, down, diagonal, up, down, left, right, diagonal. I think I did.
Luke, here's my answer.
In fact, I think that might have been the exact same pattern as before, just slightly bigger.
Another puzzle.
All right. Very nice. This one was a bit tougher than the 4x4 version, wasn't it? I think I spent less time here because I had the information from the last one. There's more than one answer for this puzzle, so if you really want a challenge, search for alternate solutions. Why on earth would I ever do that? Wowzers! Looks like I'm gonna have to think up a harder puzzle if I want to stump you. I can't wait for you two to see my next puzzle. Bleh. Bleh. All right. Do you want me to, I don't know, pour liquid into stuff again? Am I glad to see you, Professor? I seem to have gotten myself into another jam. I know you're busy and all, but I just can't find the answer to this puzzle. Could you give me a hand with it? All right, let's pour more goddamn liquids. Apples to oranges. Wait, what? Oh. Some careless delivery man loaded 2 shipments of fruit into the wrong warehouses. As you can see in the picture below, the oranges are currently in the apple warehouse and vice versa. Can you correct the mistake and put all the fruit in the... This is the exact same thing as that ball thing I did, except I have more room to work with. So... yeah, alright, so this is another one of those situations where I'm gonna be able to do it, I just have to do it for a long time. Alrighty, sure, let's give it a go. Yeah, there we go. Was it quick and easy? Well, yeah, actually, that didn't take much time at all. But I mean, what I meant by that was, did I do it in as many turns as was minimally required? Definitely not, but who cares? Great job! Fresh food for all. It doesn't even tell you. It doesn't even tell you. All right. Oh, so that's how it's done. Thanks again, Professor. Yeah, no, that was just the exact same thing as before, but easier. The works are just fine for me. Thank you very much. All right, up and down. Oh, wait, up and down. Oh, now who is this fresh madness? Also, the opening to that sounded like Bowser's Castle starting or something. Excuse me, are you by any chance the park's caretaker? No, I'm Pavel. No, I am an explorer of El Mundo. Right now, I'm trying to familiarize myself with the local culture. Oh, well, please pardon my mistake then. Have a pleasant day, sir. How can I have a pleasant day when everything smells like poop? Oh, wait for one momento, s'il vous plaît. I just saw a man in work clothes pass here. Could he be the caretaker you seek? Well, he could be. Which way did he go? Probably to the right. I wasn't paying attention. The poo gas is making me dizzy. Pyro, maybe it was to the left. I don't friggin' know. Let me see. Are you feeling alright? You seem a bit directionally challenged for being an explorer. I already told you about the poo gas. I just arrived here after years of world travel. Je ne sais pas the local geographer here, that's all. I see. In that case, please forgive me for making another assumption about your mental acuity. Now, please, excuse us, we need to get going. Why? Which way to the villaggio? Donde está the train station? Come back! Oh, now what the hell is this nerd doing here? Are you the caretaker? Are you the lazy jerk? Yeah. Oh, don't you look surprised. I bet you didn't expect to see me in a place like this huffing the pool gas fumes. The river that encircles most of St. Mysteries right past this pipe. But don't you be getting any ideas, you can't cross it! Give up those ridiculous notions of returning to the rest of the world and settle down here and huff the pool gas! I suppose it's a tough transition to make. Here's a puzzle to help you get situated. Oh boy. Oh boy! Alright. Which boxes to move? All of them. Oh, God. In preparation for your big move, you've packed your belongings into 20 boxes and arranged them as shown below. With everything packed, you are now ready to label each box with its contents. In order to do so, though, you'll need to move a few boxes around. How many of the boxes can't be labeled without rearranging the stacks? Okay, hang on. Hang on, this should actually be pretty reasonable, yeah? So there would be, like, on this one, right, straight down, there should be 2 boxes that you can't get to. But I think that might be it. Is that it? Or is there something more to it all? more door to the bore, if you say what I do. Let's see. Because I mean, can he? Are they pushed up against a wall? Oh, wait, maybe they are pushed up against a wall. I mean, if there was, then it would have been really nice if you could have, like, made some kind of divider line. Because as is, he could, like, walk around and label things. But if they are, then that would be another 2 right here. So then we have... So then there are 2 possible answers. Either this is pushed up against a wall and the answer is 4, or they're not and the answer is 3. I'm going to hope and assume that if there was a wall involved, it would have been way more obvious. So we'll say this.
Luke, here's my answer.
What's your goddamn answer? The truth!
Critical thinking is the key to success.
You don't say. Quite right. Moving down from the top. Yeah. Yeah. 4, 6, and 9 boxes. The only boxes you can't access without rearranging things are 3 indicated in the above picture. Yeah. There you go. That's what I like when they don't tell me to do math and they're just like, get some situational awareness. Yeah. Well done. I like the way you get all fired up over puzzles. You're my kind of guy. So hurry up and get settled already. The mystery is happy to have you. Man, I don't want none of your nonsense. I don't need none of your nonsense. But what if I went the complete opposite way? What if I went this way? Oh, now who the hell is this dude? Saint Stupidsworth? Oh there! Now what can I do for you fellows for? You're the park caretaker, are you not? Would you mind opening up the gate to the park for us? Well, how could I refuse 2 curious lads such as yourselves? Well, I'd like to open it for you, but I gotta finish this repair job here before I do anything. Is there anything we can do to help, then? Funny you should mention that. If I could just figure out the area on this map, I'd be done in a jiff. You any good with things like that? No. Definitely not. Oh, boy. Squares and circles! Circles and squares! What the hell? Sylvain, oh, that's an unfortunate name, brought you this diagram to see if you could help him with it. Several circles and squares are pictured in the diagram below. How many times larger is the area of the blue square when compared to that of the red square? How many times larger? Dude, could you close your mouth? You're very off-putting. Huh. 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 This feels like math. But I'm not given any numbers at all to work with, so maybe it's not. I mean, I'm given, you know, that I have to find how many times bigger. I mean, that looks about twice as big to me. And if it is 4 times? 4 times bigger? You have like 4 layers of circly squares. Is it 4? I just kind of eyeballed it. Yeah, okay. Sometimes you can just sort of eyeball it. Sometimes, in some situations. If you rotate the middle... If you rotate the middle square 45 degrees as shown in the picture above, the answer becomes apparent? It does? The middle square has half the area of the large blue square. And the little red square has half the area of the middle square. Therefore, the little red square is 1/4 the size of the blue square. The blue square is 4 times... I am actively staring at the diagram that you're talking about, and I don't have the slightest clue what the hell you're talking about, but I got the answer right. I just eyeballed it. Sometimes the Buford method of puzzle solving really is the way to get your way through things, you know? Just make the puzzle bend to your rules instead of theirs. Fine work, the both of you. As soon as I take care of this busted main, I'll open the gate for you. There, that ought to take care of this mess. So what, you've been down here for weeks trying to fix this? Now let's open up the park, eh? More painting scraps. Do we have all the painting scraps yet? Oh, dang, we're up here now. Okay, well, let's remember that I could go further into the sewers if I wanted to, or outside from the sewer. Anyway, just hold on 1 second there. The park! Will we find all manner of shenanigans? Will we even go to space? Anything can happen in the park. There we are. The park is yours to explore now. Thank you. Professor, we're in! You're not a hacker. Shut up, Luke. Thank you. You've been of great help, caretaker, even if you are bad at your job. Ha ha ha! I hardly need thanking, sir. After all, this is me job. Way back when, I used to keep it open every day. But these villagers, they don't care a whit for me park. Why did you say me park like that? You didn't seem to talk like that in any other instance. I'm glad you fellas stopped by. It's the first time in a while I've had to do me job. So basically you just stopped doing your job because nobody was making you do it. That's kind of hilarious. It's like, well, nobody seemed to ever want to go to the park, so I just locked it, and nobody ever complained, so why should I care? That's fair, honestly. All right, now that seems like a decent head start on some things. Whew, okay, we had some tricky ones, but I was also able to brute force some other ones. That's basically the trend we're operating on. Every now and then there's a puzzle that's just the ultimate and but then I'm just like, oh no, that one, I got that on lock. So yeah, hope you've been enjoying yourselves. I'll see you all in the next one.